we're gonna make a guide for dummies on how to beat Hydra, and this is not gonna be like other people. I have seen out there like 30 minutes videos with guides for Hydra. It does not be that long. I'm gonna tell you a very easy way to distinguish each of the Hydra heads and preparing your team for the Hydra. If you follow this guide, you're gonna be very successful, as I have been so far. Within 4 months, we have been doing insane damage against Hydra. You can see 61 million damage with just one team. So we're gonna take a look at the buffs and debuffs that you need, which heads of the Hydra you should attack directly or indirectly, and how can you progress in this game mode that a lot of people think it's very difficult, but it's actually not that difficult. And once again, it does not require a 30-minute guide just telling you what to do and explaining all the abilities. It's actually not that complicated. If you guys like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends videos, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. If you have not started playing Raid yet, right now is one of the best time to do so. If you use my QR code on the screen, you're gonna be able to unlock the legendary champion Karato Foxhunter within your first login. After that, at level 10, you are going to unlock the epic champion Uugo, which is very powerful on the content we are doing today, the Hydra, because he's able to provide the block, buffs, and the defense down on the enemies. After that, at level 20, you can unlock the Mausoleum Mage. Another champion that we are going to use in this video is able to provide the defense up for our characters, block debuffs, and also increase crit chance. After that, use one of these promo codes within the first 24 hours, MONKEYKING, for one of the best arena characters that we have. After, you can use the promo code Desert Queen to unlock duarktikhq, one of the best support characters that provides extra speed, extra defense, and also block buffs against the Hydra. And finally, we have the promo code Demon Slayer for Tholin Foulbeard, one of the best damage dealers that were released this year. You can still participate on the Lemonici Chase, another legendary that you can unlock for free, and you can get all these extra rewards that you see on the screen. After that, it has a second phase where you can get even more rewards, including the red stars for Lemonici. She's part of the Sylvan Watchers faction, which is one of the best factions right now, and she provides a lot of damage and also a variety of debuffs that can be useful to you. So once again, best time to play Raid Shadow Legends today. Okay, so the plan is, we are going to talk about the Hydra first. We're going to talk about which heads you should attack, which heads you should avoid. After that, we're going to talk about how to build your team, which are the most important debuffs, because the debuffs will be more important than the buffs for your team. And after, we're going to talk about the buffs, which is the least relevant. And then we'll have some gameplay at the end. I'm going to show you some gameplay with one of the teams that we are going to build, and after the final result. First off, let's talk about Hydras. So there are 6 different types of Hydras. If you look at their pictures, it's going to be very hard to distinguish which one is which, but we can tell you a principle that after you'll see in game. There is one Hydra that is yellow because she has yellow lines on her, yellow strips. Then there is one Hydra that is red, and then there is one Hydra that is blue. The blue and the red you should not attack unless you are going to nuke them. If you are going to nuke them with a single attack, that's when you should attack them. If you are not going to nuke them, then you should avoid as much as possible to attack them. And the one with yellow strips, you cannot attack it directly. You can try, but there is 50% chance that you will fail. So keep that in mind. You should avoid it because many times you are going to attack the wrong target, and the yellow striped Hydra can deflect those attacks to one of the blue or the red, which are the ones you shouldn't attack. In terms of the other Hydras, is that it does not really matter. You have to pay attention to their abilities, and I'm gonna show you how to do the abilities. Very easy, literally for dummies. But what they do is not super important. There is only one Hydra that is important, where you have to provoke, but beyond that, you should not worry what the other Hydras do. So, okay, so like I mentioned on the first rule for Hydra, You should avoid the blue Hydra and you should avoid the red Hydra. Why is that the case? Well, first, the blue Hydra, it will apply a fear to your characters, which means you'll probably lose one turn. There is a 75% chance or something of you losing your turn. And the red one, if you attack the red one, it will get charges, and when it gets to 15 charges, she will attack you and destroy you. And she can also apply provoke to your characters, where you don't lose your turn, but you are forced to use your basic ability. So that's why you don't want to attack the blue head Hydra and the red head Hydra. Then we have the yellow one. The yellow one is the one that if you try to attack, there is a 50% chance that the attack will be deflected to one of the Hydras that you don't want to attack, right? So you want to attack the yellow one, but you want to make sure that the other ones are dead first. Or you want to make sure that you are using AoE attacks that will attack everyone. Like I said before, there are 6 heads of the Hydras, but the other ones don't really matter. One of the head of the Hydras, the ones that is missing, one takes less damage, the other one applies Poison Cloud, which is a very problematic buff for them, but it's something that you'll see when you talk about the debuffs that it will not matter anyway, because you can cancel all their abilities. The other head of the Hydra, and the only one that you have to pay attention to, is the first one. And you can distinguish the other one by having abilities of different colors. So we have green, yellow, pink. That's the Hydra you need to provoke. That's the one you want to provoke. You don't want that Hydra to use her abilities, and that's why we are using the provoke. Because if this Hydra, the one with the abilities of different colors, attacks, it is going to clear all the negative effects away on the Hydras, and you don't want that. You want the negative effects to be there all the time. Let's talk about also the abilities of the yellow striped Hydra. This one is the one that steals buffs from you and then spreads those buffs. You only have to pay attention to the green ability in the middle. If the green ability is active, that means you need to apply block buffs or disrupt on the Hydra heads. If you do that, you are pretty much safe. You don't have to worry about anything. And that's it. That's all you have to know about Hydra. Once again, don't attack the blue head, don't attack the red head. If you attack the yellow striped head, your attacks will probably be deflected to another head. If you see a Hydra with a green, yellow, pink ability, you have to provoke it all the time. And the yellow striped Hydra, if it has any abilities on cooldown, you should try to apply block buffs as often as possible. That's it. You only have to know like 6 or 7 things, and you'll be able to do Hydra very easy. Now let's talk about the most important negative effects for you to use on your team against Hydra. There are 2 that are very important, and then a few others that are useful as well. So the most important negative effect that you can apply to the Hydra is the block buffs. Block buffs, very important. You want to apply disrupt block buffs against the Hydra so they cannot have any buffs. This will prevent most of the abilities that the Hydras do, even the ones that we didn't see on the screen right now. After that, the other second most important ability is the one with the bull face, the provoke. You want to make sure that you have provoke on at least one of your characters, so you can stop that Hydra with different ability colors from using her abilities, because if she clears the negative effects away, then you lose everything, because the Hydras will use all kinds of buffs and you'll be screwed. So once again, most important negative effect, block buffs, and the second most important is provoke, and you need 1 or 2 characters with provoke on your team to make sure that you have enough cooldowns to always apply provoke. So keep that in mind. Now that we talked about the most important negative effects, let's talk about some secondary negative effects that are also very important. Slow. Slow is going to be very important for you to apply to the Hydras, because you'll get more turns and the Hydras will get less turns. This will give you another opportunity to do more damage or to apply more negative effects to the Hydras. So typical stuff, the faster you go, the slower your enemy goes, the better it will be for you. After that, you want to apply lower attack. The less damage the Hydra does to you, the better it is for you, because you have to spend less time worrying about healing, and the more time you can focus on dealing damage against the Hydras. Finally, we're going to talk about the negative effects that will increase our damage output and survivability. This is going to be the decreased defense. You want to lower the defense of the boss, of course. We also can increase our damage multipliers with weakness, the one with the skull. And finally, we can also use Leech, which will healing our team every time we attack the boss, right? Increasing our survivability, making sure that we don't have to use slots on our team with additional support characters or healers. So those are the main negative effects that we need when we are building a team for Hydra. Let's talk about which positive effects do you need for Hydra as well. In terms of positive effects for Hydra, there is no positive effect that is mandatory. There are nice to haves, but nothing is mandatory. You can increase your attack, you can increase your speed, you can increase your defense, you can block debuffs, that's always nice. You can have strength to reduce the damage of the Hydra's multiplier. You can have the ally protect. You can have perfect veil to lower your damage as well. You can have barrier. You can have increased accuracy. All of these positive effects are good, but like I said, none of them are essential for the Hydra. So just try to get a wide variety of buffs and wide coverage, and if you do that, great. If you have some buff extenders, even better. The more you extend your buffs, the less you have to worry about placing them on your characters once again. So as long as you have a wide coverage in regards to your buffs, you are good to go. Let's build our team now. So we're gonna look for block buffs. Here we go. We have already our whatever the name of this guy is. Perfect. Now we're gonna look for characters with provoke. Here we already have someone with provoke. Now we're gonna look for someone that applies defense down. We have, and also offense down. Great. So we have already 4 main debuffs that are very, very important. Do you have someone that applies slow? Yes, we have. We have 2 characters that apply slow. Do we have someone applying X, which will allow us to increase our damage output? Yes, we have. And then I think that's pretty much it. Oh, we also have the weakness, right? We also have one character with weakness. So once again, we have a wide range of debuffs already being applied to the boss. Let's talk about our positive effects. Like I said, none of the positive effects is essential, but we're gonna try to make the most out of it. Do we have anyone with speed up? We actually don't have anyone with speed up, which will be fine. You'll see that it will be fine. Do we have someone with defense up? Yes, we have. Do you have someone with strength? Yes, we have. We have 2 characters with strength. Do we have characters with increased crit chance? Yes, we do. And do we have characters with block debuffs? Yes, we do as well. So as you guys can see, we already have a wide variety of buffs. We also have ally protect. We also have strength. So with all these buffs in mind, we should be able to cover most of what we need in order for us to survive, and at the same time debuff our Hydra. So you guys can see this is the team that I'm going to use, and I have another team prepared for us to use as well as a secondary option. Here we go, let's get started. I'm gonna show you the start of each of these teams, and once again show you that Hydra is very, very simple. So first ability, we are going to apply slow and weakness to everyone. After, we're going to apply the block buffs. Great, so now they cannot get any of the buffs that are important to us. Now we have the provoke. We're going to provide the provoke on the character with a yellow mark. Now we're going to get some positive effects on our team. And that's it. That's it. That's all you need. They have block buffs. They have slow. We have our buffs. And that's all you need. Now you just have to focus on deleting the Hydra heads that you feel like it's important. In terms of damage dealing, you don't want to attack the ones that have the blue head or the red head unless you are going to nuke them, right? So because we are going to nuke them, we are going to attack it. So here we go, big nuke, lost like 20% of the health, good for us. Now we're going to apply the X. So when we attack other Hydras, we're also going to be able to do some buffs. And that's pretty much it. There is nothing else to do or to worry about. It's just like that. We are getting those negative effects, no problem. We're gonna clear all of them away and we are good to go. So that's pretty much it. It's that simple. People make either like it's very, very difficult. It's definitely not the case. So I'm gonna play this a little bit and then we'll come back to see the results. Okay, so as you guys can see, we did 3.6 million damage. It was like 1 minute 45 seconds. This is usually what you want, right? You want to have the number of minutes times 2 in terms of millions of damage if you are a new player. Of course, if you are a late game player, you're gonna get way more millions of damage, but this is the gist of it early game. This is what we did our team. We can push the damage further and so on, but let's take a look at the other team as well and see the same situation. Let's take a look at our second team, and on this team I'm gonna show you right away which buffs we have, which buffs we don't have, and debuffs as well. So with the Provoke, do we have a Provoker? Yes, we have Freya, she provokes. We also have Titus, he also provokes. Then we have defense down and offense down that is provided by Stag Knight. We have block buffs, once again the most important debuff that we can apply. And that's pretty much it. I think those negative effects will be few, but it will be very important. In terms of our buffs, we have Perfect Veil from Rector Drath that is going to decrease the damage by 15%. We have increased defense from Freya. We also have block debuffs. We have the taunt, even that we don't need taunt, I think. We also have the slow. I forgot to put the slow here from Stag Knight. We don't have speed up on this team, but we have the cat with increased attack. And oh, we actually have speed up from Titus. Titus can provide speed up for a single target, but you can apply this multiple times. And finally, we have Freya with the barrier. So those are the buffs and the debuffs that we have on this team. It's a little bit less. This is like my one best team split in two, but that's okay. Let's take a look. Let's get started. Let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna start with the special because we want our character to have more speed stats. Then we are going to give defense up and barrier to everyone. Now we're going to apply provoke here on this head. There is the provoke, so it's not going to clear the negative effects away. We're going to apply offense down and defense down to everyone. And then we're going to apply the block buffs to everyone as well. And now we can put on our team on Veil or not. I'm going to skip it for now. We're going to save this healing. We're only using one healer. You can use one healer, you can use two healers. It depends how confident you are on your teams. We lost our provoke. Let's try to apply a second one. We got a second provoke as well. And that's it. We're gonna do some damage and then we'll come back after a few turns. Okay, here we are with our second team. We're able to do 3.5 million damage in around 3 minutes. So this is not optimal. This means we are not super good in terms of damage dealing. But you guys can see that we have 3 of the heads down and the yellow stripped one is not down yet. Which is fine, because they cannot buff when the heads are decapitated, so that's good for us. I forgot to mention, but I think it's obvious, if one of the Hydra heads hits one of your characters, you have to attack that Hydra head as fast as you can. Late game. Early game is not super important, but late game, as you progress, the turns that you have to free your character are going to decrease. So you want to make sure that early on, take your time, don't compromise the survivability of your team trying to release the character, but late game you definitely have to rush it, otherwise your character will be removed and you cannot recover it. So there you go guys, a easy guide, a guide for dummies of Hydra. As you guys can see, it's not that difficult. Once again, don't attack the blue and the red head. If you attack the yellow one, you might not be able to attack it because it's gonna get flagged to another head. Make sure you provoke the one that has yellow, green and pink abilities. If one of your characters gets devoured, release him, attack the head that devoured your character without compromising the survivability of your team. And as long as you have your enemies with block buffs, you should be fine for the most part. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button like a boss. And if you have not started playing Raid yet, or if you want to invite one of your friends or one of your cousins, use the QR code right now on the screen to unlock Karato Foxhunter Day 1 as you start. After that, you're gonna unlock the champion, epic champion Uugo. Amazing support, applies defense down to the boss, applies block buffs to the boss. Absolutely insane. One of my favorites, and it's on my main team for Hydra. Then we have the Mausoleum Mage, a character that you saw in one of these teams that used it. Defense up, extra crit chance, clears negative effects away, provides healing, absolute insane champion. Finally, you can tell your friends and cousins to use one of these promo codes, MONKEYKING for Song Wukong, champion of Arena, Master of Arena, let's say that. Then you have promo code Desert Queen for a support character that is very strong for Hydra. She provides extra speed, extra defense, and also block buffs. And then we have a promo code Demon Slayer for Tholin Foulbeard, massive damage dealer. He was released recently, so you might have a difficulty getting him in the future. You can still participate on the Lemony chase to get another legendary from the Sylvan Watchers faction. All these characters are from different factions. And you can participate on the second phase where you can get red stars for her and additional resources. These red stars will provide unique abilities and also extra stats. Sylvan Watchers right now is one of the best factions in the game, and Lemony is part of that. So yeah, this is the best time for you to start Raid. There you go, guys. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends videos. That's gonna be all for now. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this Hydra guide. Did it help you to understand what we have to do for Hydra? Let me know all of that in the comments below. If you're a veteran player, if you have some extra tips, put in the comments as well. Let's talk about it. And that's all for now, guys. So I will catch you guys later.